Hello you glorious gamers. Today is the start of a bunch of videos going over Steam's Next Fest demos. These are games I found noteworthy or interesting. And today's game is a bombastic ZET Zillions, where everyone is insane and you use pineapples as currency. Now, let's dive into this extremely over-the-top game. Before we start, I think this foam gun person is calling me Commander Trash. Not sure how to take that. Yep, this person is calling me Commander Trash. ZET Zillions is a space card battler roguelike. You have energy that is used to play cards. Each card has different energy requirements. Enemies often have armor, which you need to deplete before you can damage them or increase their population. One thing that most card-based deck battlers have in common is how much of a pain it is to keep your health up and heal, but maybe that is just a skill issue on my part. This game's style sets it apart from so many others in my opinion. It is very striking. You build up your deck of cards as you progress through the map. Creating strategies on the fly is the name of the game, all the while needing to be careful not to have too many cards. Otherwise, you might not be able to execute your battle plan if you keep drawing unneeded cards. A cool if morbid mechanic is the ability to shoot people at the enemies. Remember I mentioned increasing the enemy's population? They contribute to the population limit each enemy has. Reaching it will stun them for a turn. There is also a card that does damage based on the enemy's population, bringing the counter back down to 0. Yeah, I did say morbid. But not to worry, the life forms you shoot are apparently artificial and don't count as people. This demo has a striking art style, as well as unusual in some places. Very chaotic looking, which fits. Unfortunately, this applies to the UI as well, and a chaotic UI does not a smooth experience make. It was a bit confusing. In the beginning, I wasn't sure what I could click on and was just clicking away. With such a bright, colorful art style, the options available in the UI might need to stand out more. As it is trying to compete with the game's over-the-top style and not really succeeding. Which is a shame, as I do really enjoy the art style. In battle, what surprised me was that sometimes enemies even attack each other. Enemies show the move they will use next, as well as the damage that move will do. So of course I freaked out when I saw 999 damage, only to realize this particular person was attacking someone else. That took me by surprise. Now, while it says it is a single-player story-based roguelike, I actually wonder how story-heavy it will turn out to be. Roguelikes generally can vary a lot in that regard from my experience. From barely any story to full-on family drama, such as Children of Mortar. Since the Steam tag and description label it as a roguelike, I am going to assume there will be no meta progression between runs. Basically, the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is that in a roguelike, there is no progress carried over between runs, so nothing will give you a leg up in the next run after the last. While roguelites have meta progression, maybe currency, upgrades, or something carries over from your last run, making it so that the more you play, the further you can get in a way that is not entirely skill-based. Essentially, there's a system that supplements your skills. Once more, I mentioned Children of Mortar, which is definitely a roguelite, even if it is labeled as a roguelike. Actually, it is labeled as a roguelike and a roguelite. How does that work? Can someone more knowledgeable please enlighten me? My point being, defining it can sometimes be a bit weird, and I wonder where ZET Zillions will fall, as I have seen some things that indicate it might lean more towards the roguelite. During a run, when you enter a map, you can choose a mission to complete for rewards. I chose a mission and did not manage to complete it. I thought I picked the easiest one. Turns out, populating planets can sometimes be harder than it seems. I will say that the map could use some refinement. It is not always easy to plan a route through, as the demo only shows the next immediate route from where you are. You have to hover over other markers to figure out where you can go from there. Then put it together in your head. I just want it to be easier to navigate. That said, this is a game that goes big. And I mean that literally. You fight planet-sized planets, as well as stars and giant monsters. You yourself pilot a planet on your journey across the stars. To what end? I don't know. In the demo, you are trying to avoid Thanatos, or at least its arm. Regardless, you explore the map while trying to keep ahead of it. I purposely went backwards and fought it. It was still only the arm. The music is a bop. It's fast-paced in battle, especially the boss battles, which somehow works for a card game, while being more slow-paced outside of combat. I would say it feels sci-fi, yet somehow matching the chaotic nature of the demo's style. The full game promises a story campaign that is fully voiced, new events with more variety, new enemies, cards, traits, promotions, and fusions, as well as new missions, decks, and minions. Overall, I enjoyed my time with ZET ZILLIONS. I was engaged while playing it. Maybe a bit lost at first, but I was quickly sucked in. It stood out in its art style, the music is good. The biggest issue I had was that I did not always know what I could click on, so I was just clicking on everything, as well as a map system. As a demo, however, these issues can be fixed by the full release. But more importantly, it was fun. I am excited for the full release, or maybe just a release date, or even an estimated year. Guess we better buckle in and wait. So that is the first of a series of videos showcasing demos from the Steam Next Fest. I figured I would start with the most bombastic one first, but if this one did not draw you in, then I hope one of the games in the upcoming videos will catch your attention, as there were so many demos available. One person surely cannot play them all. So while I am doing my part in spreading awareness of games I found intriguing, feel free to let me know about the demos you experienced. If you are still here and found this video helpful, entertaining, or just good to watch, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out. Thank you for watching.